Hello, folks, and welcome to the August 23rd, 2015 edition of Decision 2016 Digest. I'm your host, Scott Jones. This is where we try to bring you all the political and election headlines of the week and condense it down in 15 minutes. And it's been a busy week. You know, I didn't launch this channel to be a bash Hillary Clinton channel or to pick on Hillary Clinton or whatever, but damn. The hits just keep on coming for her this week. As you know, we've discussed this whole thing about her email server that's been wiped clean and potential, I guess, what do you call it, compromises of national security information. And you know, the Clintons are famous for double talk and using squirrely language. It hit a new height this week in the Clinton doublespeak lexicon as she tried to employ humor to diffuse and deflect all of the criticism she's getting over this email server thing. So I've named this episode, I Know Nothing as Far as You Know. Typical Clinton doublespeak. You know, we're joking about this, but it's no joking matter. You know, I think judgment and integrity in how you operate and conduct yourself comes into play when you're seeking to be President of the United States, the highest office in the land, and certainly the most powerful office in the land. And it's not looking good for her on this email scandal. You know, I've worked for a number of campaigns, and whoever's idea it was on her campaign staff to employ humor and send her out with jokes to joke about national security and disappearing emails, I think that person ought to be fired. This week, on two occasions, she hit new lows in not only the delivery of humor, but her response, her weak response to allegations that she is hiding emails or deleted emails or disclosed national security information by using her own personal server. Let's take a look at this first example where she's speaking to a Democrat voter group.
I know that people across the country are following us on social media as well. By the way, you may have seen that I recently launched a Snapchat account. I love it. I love it. Those messages disappear all by themselves.
What? No! No, Mrs. Clinton, this is not a Saturday Night Live skit. I love it, I love it. No, not at all. This is not funny. I don't care whether you have Snapchat or anything else. This is about your integrity as a public office holder, and it is about the decision making and the lapses of judgment that you have displayed not only during this event, but now after the event. It's just incredible. But it doesn't stop there. A couple of days later, she finally talks to reporters who are covering her campaign, and she doubles down on it and makes it even worse, talking about whether or not she wiped the server. Take a look at this.
You were in charge of it. You were the official in charge. Did you wipe the server?
What, like with a cloth or something?
I don't know.
What?
Oh my God. Did I wipe it with a cloth? This is no laughing matter. Stay tuned because there's going to be a lot happening. I'll give you a few highlights of what happened this week. When we talked last, there were about 40 emails they've identified with potential national security interests that were exposed on her server. Well, now that count has been up to 305 as they continue to go through all of the emails that have been flagged to look at for national security information that may have been compromised because she used her private server. Remember, I told you they seized one server, which she admittedly wiped clean after she deleted everything on it, but now it's been disclosed that the server company she used transferred all of it onto a second server that was somewhere in some bathroom in Colorado or New Jersey, and the FBI has now seized that. They're trying to reconstruct this, but as every day goes by and she continues to deny, her legal exposure continues to grow. I think it's impacting her judgment in how she's responding in the examples we've cited here. And yeah, I'm trying to use humor because if you don't laugh at it, you'd be accused of thinking it's even credible, and it's not. And I'm not the only one concerned about it. Her own Democrat supporters and her donors are concerned. There was a poll out this week in 3 key swing states, Florida, Pennsylvania, and I believe Iowa. The negatives on did she lie about these emails are now pushing into the mid-60s, anywhere from 60 to 64%. So yeah, they're really concerned. I'm really concerned. Your judgment and integrity in the White House is of great concern. Folks, stay tuned. There's going to be more on it. The other big headline of the week, obviously, is Trump keeps on thumping. He had a big rally in Alabama where 30,000 plus people showed up. His numbers remain in the 20s, mid to high 20s. I'm just wondering, is he, and I'm wondering out loud, I'm not criticizing him at all, is he stuck in that 20 area? You'd think that as time goes by, he'd be inching up into the 30s and so forth. I just think we're getting to a point of oversaturation. My last bullet there talks about creaming others in TV time. You can get too much of a good thing here, and I think some folks are getting oversaturated. I could be wrong. It'll be interesting to see if he continues to gain as other candidates, their money dries up or they don't take hold and they start dropping out of the race. Is he the beneficiary of some of those voters? So we'll keep it tuned to that. Jeb and him, I have a bullet there called Jib Jabs. They punted back and forth at each other over the week, picking at each other about the use of the word anchor babies, and the media's gotten into the middle of it. Trump's position is, hey, the time for namby-pamby talk is over. If anchor baby offends you, I'm done with politically correct. But there was a lot of going back and forth between Jeb Bush and Donald Trump on that front with that. But he's creaming it on the TV time. In other news, we've talked a lot about the Iran nuke deal. A document leaked this week that has just blown that wide open, I think. An agreement with the IAEA. You know, Obama said there's going to be any time rigid inspections was part of the deal. Well, guess who the IAEA has agreed who can do the inspections? The Iranians. They're going to inspect themselves, and that's supposed to be credible? I'm telling you, it is a clown show, the negotiation in this Iran deal. And once again, you remember, if you like your doctor, you keep your doctor. If you like your plan, you can keep your plan. If you like your Iran nuke deal, there's going to be rigid inspections. Well, guess what? The Iranians are the ones who are going to be doing the inspections. We're being sold a bill of goods again. Again, Donald Trump has sucked up the oxygen, but you're going to see many other in the GOP field try to find their voice as we go along. The next debate, please put it on your calendar, is CNN sponsored at the Reagan Library in California, September 16th. I think we'll have a different top 10 this time. I think Carly Fiorina will be in that mix, the only woman on the GOP side. I've told you I'm a big fan. I think that's going to change up the dynamic in that debate. It's going to be must-see TV. Also, if you're watching this on Sunday, be sure and tune into my radio show tomorrow, 10 a.m. Eastern, 9 a.m. Central, at the405media.com. I'll have Fox News digital politics editor Chris Stirewalt on my show. He does their power index. He also is a fixture on election night for Fox as they do the returns from their decision desk and all of that. So be sure and tune in tomorrow if you can. All right, we're going to wrap it up. Be sure if you like what we're doing here to give us a big thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel. It lets me know you appreciate what you're doing here. I've got all the links to my radio show, the show site, how to listen to me online, and also a link to a very special deal with Audible.com. If you like listening to books instead of reading them, you can get a free trial from Audible.com down below, and your first download is free. Just hit it up there. That's it for now. Thank you for listening. We'll be back next week with all the big headlines. Until then, thanks for listening.